Let us begin by settling into this moment. We let the noise of the world fall away, just for now. We allow our breathing to slow, to soften, to steady itself. We turn our attention inward and upward and outward all at once, opening ourselves to something greater than the urgency we carry. Here, in this quiet space, we remember that we are held, we are seen, we are known, and we are welcome just as we are in this sacred pause before the day unfolds. We give thanks this morning for the gift of waking, for breath moving through our bodies without our asking, for the beating of our hearts, faithful and constant, for the light that comes whether we are ready for it or not. We give thanks for the simple mercy of another beginning, another chance to meet the day with intention, to show up as ourselves, imperfect and trying. We are grateful for the ground beneath us, for the shelter around us, for the people whose lives are woven into ours, even when the weaving is complicated. We give thanks for the small things we so often overlook: the warmth of water, the taste of something nourishing, the sound of a voice we recognize, the comfort of a familiar place. These ordinary gifts are not small at all. They are the substance of our lives, and we acknowledge them now with gratitude. As we enter this day, we carry with us all that we are, our hopes and our hesitations, our strengths and the places where we still feel fragile. We do not come to this morning empty-handed or unburdened, and we do not pretend otherwise. We come as we are with the fullness of our stories, and we ask for the grace to hold ourselves gently. We know that we are not always patient with ourselves. We know that we often judge our own hearts more harshly than we would judge another's. We forget so easily that we too deserve compassion. So we ask this morning for the ability to see ourselves clearly but kindly, to recognize our limits without shame, to honor our efforts even when the results are not what we hoped, to forgive ourselves for yesterday's missteps and to begin again, here now, without the weight of endless self-criticism. Help us to remember that growth is slow, that change does not come all at once, that the work of becoming is a lifetime's work, and we are exactly where we need to be in this moment. We think this morning about the people we will encounter today, the ones we know well, and the ones we will meet only briefly, the ones who will be easy to love, and the ones who will challenge us. We ask for the wisdom to see each person as worthy of respect, to remember that everyone we meet is carrying something we cannot see, a worry, a grief, a hope, a fear. We do not know the full story of anyone's life, and so we ask for humility in our interactions, for patience when someone moves too slowly or speaks too sharply, for kindness when we are tempted to judge or dismiss, for the grace to offer a gentle word, a listening ear, a moment of genuine attention. Help us to be present to one another, not distracted, not elsewhere in our minds. Help us to see the dignity in every face, even when it is hard, especially when it is hard. We know that we cannot fix what is broken in others, and we ask for the wisdom not to try. But we can be steady. We can be kind. We can show up with open hands and quiet respect. And sometimes that is enough. We ask this morning for calm in the center of ourselves, for a stillness that is not dependent on our circumstances being easy, for a groundedness that holds us even when the day brings difficulty. We know that life does not always cooperate with our plans. That disappointment will come, that frustration will rise, that we will be tested in small ways and perhaps in large ones. but we ask for the strength to meet whatever comes without losing ourselves, to respond rather than react, to pause before we speak, to breathe before we decide. We ask for the clarity to know what is ours to carry and what is not, to recognize when we are holding too much, trying to control too much, worrying about too much, to release what does not belong to us, and to trust that it will be held by something greater. We do not have to solve everything. We do not have to manage everything. We do not have to be everything to everyone. Help us to remember this when we feel overwhelmed. Help us to let go. We think about the places in our lives where we long for change, the relationships that feel strained, the situations that seem stuck, the parts of ourselves we wish were different. We bring these longings into the light, not with desperation, but with honesty. We acknowledge that we want things to be better, easier, clearer. And we ask for the patience to trust the process of transformation, which is rarely quick and never simple. We ask for the courage to do what is ours to do, and the serenity to accept what is beyond our control, for the wisdom to know the difference between the two. This is not easy work. It requires discernment and humility. It requires us to sit with uncertainty, to live in the questions, to accept that we do not always know the right way forward, but we do not walk this path alone. We are accompanied always by a presence that knows us fully and loves us still. And so we trust. We trust that we are being guided even when the way is unclear. We trust that our efforts matter even when we cannot see the results. We trust that love is at work in us and through us, shaping us into who we are meant to become. As we prepare to step into the hours ahead, we ask for grace. Grace for the moments when we fall short. Grace for the times when we speak without thinking or act without care. Grace for the inevitable mistakes and misunderstandings. We are human, and we will stumble. But we do not have to be defined by our stumbling. We can rise, we can apologize, we can try again. Help us to be gentle with ourselves when we fail and gentle with others when they fail us. Help us to offer second chances freely, knowing how much we need them ourselves. Help us to live with open hearts, even when it feels risky, even when we have been hurt before. We ask for the courage to remain tender in a world that often rewards hardness, to stay curious when it would be easier to shut down, to keep reaching out, even when connection feels difficult. We know that love requires vulnerability, and vulnerability requires courage. Give us that courage, and when we do not have it, hold us until we do. We give thanks for this time of quiet, for this moment set apart, for the chance to center ourselves before the day's demands begin, for the reminder that we are more than what we produce, more than what we achieve, more than the roles we play. We are beloved simply because we exist. We are enough simply because we are. This is the truth we carry with us. This is the foundation on which we stand. And so we move forward, not with anxiety, but with trust, not with striving, but with peace, not alone, but accompanied. We go into this day with open hands and steady hearts. We go with gratitude for what is and hope for what may be. We go with compassion for ourselves and for all we encounter. May we be kind. May we be patient. May we be present. May we be at peace. And may we remember in every moment that we are held in love, now and always. Amen.